Hello, Water Pyroxes and Sweet Tooth here to do more investigating. Investigate everything. Who is Korean? It almost sounds like we're saying Korean.
Foreign lawyer.
A fool.
Doing foolish things like a foolish fool.
Sounds like someone's happy. What tune is there they're humming?
Oh, Gumshoe's happy. What in the world, Gumshoe? I remember searching, channeling room of Florian. I love my job. Who cares if clues I find are no good? That's not what investigating is all about. Investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's passion. I can't sing like a guy.
I would have never guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae.
Darn it. Definitely wrong.
Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight.
Hey, pal.
Huh? Who, me?
How long you been there, pal?
3 hours. I just got here.
Oh, okay.
So what are you up to, detective?
Investigating, pal. Made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. Promise I would find the real murder weapon.
The real murder weapon,
Barb's word thing turns out to be a false lead, right? I'm getting my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just found these weird scraps of paper. Looks like a letter or something. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though.
A letter. Investigation. So how's the investigation going, Detective Gumshoe?
I don't know if I should be telling you, pal. But I guess it can't hurt.
I'm the defense attorney. Tell me. Jesus.
Looks like a murder took place in Inner Temple Garden, pal. And they're taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously back in HQ.
What? You mean...
I don't have the details, pal. All I know is if you don't find Maya down in that secret cavern, you're gonna be faced with one ugly situation.
What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here?
You got me. I don't know. They're not my words, pal.
Then who said it?
Mr. Godot.
Godot? What do you mean by that? What's this letter? Yeah, that letter you found.
Don't remind me, pal. I'm busting a gut here trying to find the murder weapon. And all I find is some burnt up old letter.
Burnt up old letter.
Yeah, it was in the incinerator right outside the Inner Temple.
The incinerator. I knew it. I knew I wasn't imagining it. There was snow on the incinerator when I first saw it. And then there wasn't. Which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder.
What's up with you, pal? I got it right here if you want to take a look.
Give me the letter. Can I? Do you mind?
Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it.
Gimme. Don't psych-lock me.
When I find clues, I always give it to the other side of the fence. It's all about spirit mediums and stuff like that.
Spirit mediums? That's a burnt letter. It's gotta be important if it mentions spirit mediums and masters. Better give it a good looking over on some serious thought.
Make sure you tuck it in the trash when you're done, pal. Littering's a crime.
It's evidence. What's wrong with you?
I like it. He doesn't think much of it. That's why he gave it to you. Otherwise, he would have kept it for Edgeworth.
Good grief. Be careful, blah. Once night falls, blah should be there, blah. As soon as you enter, hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. Her name is blah. She is our blah. Behold, blah. Here is a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Once this blah, burn the blah, also make blah. Tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master and the blah fires of Hades and bring our blah vengeance of fruition. Okay.
Well, now we know where the gravy comes from. Gravely roast the master. Gravy roast.
Oh my god.
Roast the gravy, throw it on the master.
Okay.
That's brilliant.
So what do you know about the real murder weapon so far? Is it gravy?
Well, it wasn't the shishito that was found impaled in the victim's body. Mr. Edgeworth proved that in court today.
Yes, that's true.
Another case it must have been another blade.
And that's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for now, huh?
Yeah, man, it's tiring work. Let me tell you something, pal.
Tell me everything.
I'm no chicken.
That's a given.
We got the feather of forensics at our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this.
Don't be talking about Howard
Is it
Duck.
another fishing pole, dog, or metal detector?
Well, actually, the metal detector was super useful, and I think the dog was too until it bit me. But cool. Secret weapon. What's this secret weapon of yours, hmm?
You want to know? You gotta think scientifically, okay?
Okay. Alright.
The murder weapon is a sword. Swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right? Any questions so far? It's the metal detector, isn't it?
No, I know what he's gonna say, but I'll let him look smart.
So what's perfect tool for the job? A metal detector.
Give me that wonderful piece of advice. Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away.
Wanna give scientific investigation a go?
Sure do, give it. Me?
I've been using this thing for hours now, pal. Your turn. Take it. It's pretty boring about it after a while. Give it a try.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. Should I help Detective Gumshoe out? Yeah, I'll gimme. Yeah, I know. Gimme. 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 Stop talking. Sure, that's what we're trying to find out.
First, turn the detector on. Ow. That's not a metal detector. It's bouncing off some metallic. Next, move the detector around and give this courtyard a good look-see, pal. Don't worry. This baby will let you know when you hit on some metallic. When that happens, press enter to give there a good hard stare.
I'm not even pressing anything. He's just going by himself.
This object picks up metallic objects that are hidden. Take a good look at everything that seems suspicious. Okay, pal? It's our secret weapon, but I gave it to the other side.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Yeah, he wants you to do it. That's the shishito next to the golden statue. Wasn't the real murder weapon, pal.
Yeah, I know. I just thought I'd check it again anyway, you know.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. You know about the sword? It's supposed to represent the multiple branches that life can take, all ending as one.
Yes, I heard something about that.
You know what I think about that sometimes? What kind of life I'd be leading had I not joined the homicide department.
You think about that kind of stuff, Detective, huh?
Of course I do. Think about it a lot. Me as a traffic cop, me as a police officer, me as the Blue Badger.
There's something to be said about the humor value of Gumshoe as the Blue Badger. staff is made of metal? This is Miss Ducksnim's staff, isn't it?
Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood.
But the detector is reacting to it.
Yeah, but however you look at it, the thing's made of wood, alright? I don't bother investigating anything that looks like it might be metallic.
Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find metal whether you can't see it?
That's why it's been doing this thing an hour. It's weird. That thing is making a racket. Make it stop, pal. That thing's wood.
It's not wood, it's metal. Here, let me take a look at it. No, don't you...
Hey, hands off. Exhibiting evidence is a job for the...
defense attorney. I have...
Ah.
The top is coming off.
Look what you've done. You've damaged a really important piece of evidence.
I blame you. Ah!
That's a
sword.
inside of the staff. You did it, pal.
I'm a good detective. Could it be
A murder weapon.
the murder weapon?
Well, that tells us that gumshoe would have been here all day.
I never have guessed there's a sword hidden in a victim's staff.
Yeah, I would have been here all day, pal. We call this kind of thing a sword game, pal. I know exactly what it is, but I never would have tried. This one's a real gem. Which is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't Kane's sword. Else the victim would have stabbed her own foot.
I officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. If the real scene of the crime was in the inner temple or garden, then why was the sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard? Hey Gumshoe, who knows about the hidden sword?
No one. Even the police didn't know about this until I discovered it just now. Yeah, you did.
Well, as they say, there's no team in Gumshoe. It doesn't look like there are any traces of blood on it.
I guess this isn't the murder weapon then, huh?
No. I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the murder.
Yeah, of course. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Great job, pal. I'm gonna go take credit for this right now.
It's about the same length as the Shiitsu too. This must be the murder weapon.
Okay, I'm gonna run over to forensics. There's gotta be some traces of blood left, even though most of it's been wiped off. If a case is gonna be airtight. Yeah, I gotta get something.
Wait up, detective.
Huh? What is it, pal? Pretty busy guy right now, you know.
You're gonna go get that staff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding off for just a while?
Oh, what are you thinking about, pal?
Please! Just until we find Maya.
Maya? What's this got to do with her?
I don't know, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach.
Oh, how so?
Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred cavern right now, and... well, we don't even have to know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony I hear, the more uneasy I feel.
You don't think?
Please, detective, let's just wait until we can get inside the sacred cavern.
You're trying to look in Meridian there. Okay. Just stop it with that face, pal. One thing, though. Top secret trick. Just keep it between you and me, alright? I'm great at my job. If that we knew about and we didn't say anything, we're finished.
I understand.
You dress a regular run-of-the-mill staff. You got it? Okay, now you take good care of it, pal.
Thank you, detective.
Don't worry, she'll be fine.
Gumshoe.
You know, there's a place at the base of this mountain that has some really good pasta. How about I take you there when you find Maya? Huh, pal?
Sure, thanks. I can't help but wonder, though. What was Elise Doxnam doing with a staff like this in the first place? Do I still have the metal detector? I want it. Dang it! No. Fine. What do we do now?
A twin? You can't be serious.
Sister Bikini told me, but it's a big but. The problem is she didn't know the name of this twin.
There's nothing about Iris having a sister in the files I checked.
Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently her sister was raised by her father, a jeweler, I think.
A jeweler? Right, I just might know who this twin sister of hers is.
I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right?
Yes, exactly.
Please tell me what you know about her, Vedruth. Please!
It's my first court case, 6 years ago. I was a greenhorn, and due to my inexperience, the defendant died.
Talking about Terry Falls, right?
You know about that case?
Not the only one who noticed something about Iris Dahlia Hawthorne. I checked one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago.
Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. And not 5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking.
Her sister?
Well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood related. Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife.
Oh. And this is when she entered my life. The woman who tried to kill me. So after Terry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out?
Does it really matter? Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case.
Why are you so sure about that?
It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead.
What?
Well, her metabolic process are a matter of interest only to historians, so to speak.
Dahlia's death. What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edgeworth?
Right, I must confess that in reading her file, I came to know the murder case you were involved in during your college years. And how he ate how he ate a necklace.
Yeah.
Edgeworth, you have to comment on him eating a necklace. Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty. Thanks to persistence of Mia Fey. the time. Oh, sorry?
Dahlia. It's like she was possessed by a demon or something.
It's been almost 5 years since that guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month.
Executed?
I'm sure that's a bit of a shock to you, right? And for more reasons than one. But do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected with this case. He's dead. Once someone is dead, there's no way to revive them.
No way to revive the dead? I wonder. Seems you're not aware of one other connection yet, Edgeworth.
And what is that?
It's about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne's mother.
What's their mother got to do with any of this?
She's Morgan Fay, a spirit medium from a branch family of the Korean channeling technique.
Did you say Korean channeling technique?
Do you know something about it?
Well, we just did a huge case on it on like the first one. Oh yes, I know it's connected with that fraudulent spirit medium.
Fraudulent?
I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago. I was caught up in the middle of a murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped, and that's when we called her in. She's a very famous spirit medium and the master of her channeling school. But do you know what happened? As a result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers, they were all fraudulent, even though you proved they weren't several times over.
Edgeworth.
Go to the police records room. It's all in there. All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case file, and you'll know.
Of course, how could I forget? Edgeworth was a victim in that case. Edgeworth, you'll understand someday. And then you'll see that the Korean channeling technique is real.
Did the profile change? If it did, then we have everything for the locks. There we go.
Oh. For Pearl?
Iris.
We have it for Iris?
Yep. You had pretty much everything else but that. You just needed a way to bring up the Dahlia Hawthorne here.
The night of the crime. I think it's time you told the truth about what you were doing on that night. You said you were in your room at Hazakura Temple the entire time? Do you still...
Okay.
Oh, we got pearls too?
Yep. We got everything but Rosa.
Thanks. Do you still claim that to be the truth?
Yes. That's where I was.
Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me too. But I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder. Bikini?
Bikini saw her.
Talking about Sister Bikini, of course.
Sister Bikini?
Her testimony in court today was very clear. Potatoes.
Potato, potato, potato. Potato, potato, potato. If you eat a raw potato, you're going to be very sick tomato.
Okay.
I don't know, I wanted to say something different. It's very stupid.
Sister Bikini just didn't see you. She spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night.
Raw potatoes are poisonous in certain amounts.
Yeah. So you see, Iris, you were there at the Inner Temple on the night of the murder.
That's very impressive, Mr. Wright. That like her training was
What time was that?
Let me see. It's about 20 minutes to go up between the main town hall and the inner temple. So I would have left about 9:40 p.m., I think.
Sorry, Iris, but a line just doesn't suit you.
Huh?
Now you say you left the main hall at 9:40, but what you say doesn't add up with this. The thunder? No. Oh, testimony?
Her own testimony, she said that she wasn't there.
You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? Said you rang the lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night.
Huh.
Plus, only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have.
Who's that?
Me.
Mr. Wright?
We even spoke a little that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten.
No, that's right. I remember.
And that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. This time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far I managed to prove 2 things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the inner temple. And second, at the exact time you were ringing the bell at Asakura Temple. There's only one possible explanation for this apparent possibility. There were 2 of you. On the night of the incident, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time, which means there must have been 2 of you. I can't think of any other explanation, Iris.
But that's crazy. How could that be? There's only one of me. It's impossible.
Impossible? I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise.
You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me? Then show me the evidence. Show me that something that proves there's more than one of me.
Fine. I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? Twin sister, perhaps. That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne, a woman I know only too well.
I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Ray. But she's no longer...
Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
Thank you.
There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? The second you, who was here at the temple on the night of the murder, it was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne.
But you just said yourself a second ago. My sister is dead. Have you forgotten that?
Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo, a training ground for the Korean channeling technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me.
I was in my own room at the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that I had been spawned in the inner temple, I knew it was my sister. Dahlia, the other half of me who passed away last month.
Just as I suspected. The Iris that Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple on the night of the murder. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why didn't you tell me this before?
Because my sister always does the right thing.
Excuse me?
Because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do that again.
You betrayed her? What do you mean?
That's why I have to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way.
What is she talking about? Betrayal.
You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago? That was the start of it all. What started her down that twisted path. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life. It's all because I betrayed her.
How did you betray her, Iris?
It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing.
What?
But I got scared, so I ran away.
What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father, that's awful.
But I promised that I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money.
Huh?
It was revenge on our father.
Revenge? What do you mean by revenge?
He was a hideous man. He threw our mother away and then sent her to hell.
Her mother? She must be talking about Morgan Fay.
Her mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fay family. The main family had a lot of influence in many businesses and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was sent to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power. But his plan backfired. As our mother's sister took it all from her, she took over as master of Kurion.
That would be Misty Fay, Miles' mother.
Before long, the credibility of the Kurion tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Mystic Misty Fay, made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident. After that happened, my father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hate ride, that he had no reason to stay there.
That's when you came here to Hazakura Temple?
Yes, well, my father took his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see.
Oh.
And I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the master seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family. I've heard she's been very battered, spiritually and emotionally.
I think I'm finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together.
I've asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it, goes back to the history of the Fae clan.
That's what it looks like. Iris, there's just one more thing I want you to tell me.
What is it?
During the incident in which your sister Dahlia Hawthorne poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student, have you heard anything about him?
Well, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his guts.
I see. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Hurry up, Phoenix Wright. There's so much to investigate. Leave these thoughts to me. I'll open them for you. I promise.
Thank you. Suppose I better continue my investigation. Still one giant secret left to unlock. Pearl Cyclock. Look at that. They really did make a fire right in front of the shack.
Oh, Mr. Nick.
Huh, you're late, Nick. You came here for one of our potatoes, and we've already polished them all off. I think I pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding. Oh yeah, I gotta do present. Pearls. The night of the crime. After dinner on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Elisa Duxnim's room reading a book together, correct?
Yes, I was so happy when she invited me. But I didn't go in the end.
You didn't go?
No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried. I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous.
So Pearls never went to Miss Duxnim's room because she was too worried about something or someone else. Pearls. The night of the murder, you went to this place, didn't you?
Where did she go?
The Inner Temple?
I guess so. Yeah. Right?
Maybe. You went here, didn't you, Pearls? Looks like she's still not gonna open it. That's where you went because you were so worried, right? And the next question is, who or what were you so worried about? And I'm gonna take a guess, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay?
You mean you know?
If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth?
Okay.
You went to this place for one simple reason, and that is this. Maya's picture?
Did you go for mine?
The burnt letter?
Probably. The letter was for Pearl.
Nope.
No.
That's a big no. It's obvious that you were so worried about Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was a special course. Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? And because it was you who introduced Hazakura Temple to Maya in the first place, you felt responsible, didn't you?
Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out what she was doing at the Inner Temple.
It was clear now that she went to the Inner Temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. At what time was it you headed over to the Inner Temple?
It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall.
Until after 10. How did you know what time it was?
Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out.
You heard the lights out bell. The Hazakura Temple bell is pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing.
I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it. That would be terrible.
She was trying to hear the bell. Tell me, Pearls, why were you so worried about hearing that bell?
Huh? Why?
I think I know why. The reason you were so worried about the bell was because of this. Worried about the bell.
Is there a reason that she needed to hear when it was 10?
I have no idea.
What does the letter say? Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, what does it say?
As soon as you hear the lights out bell?
That gives her a reason to listen for it if it was for her.
Oh, okay. You were given some instructions to follow for the night, weren't you? I presume you recognize these pieces of paper?
Where did you?
In the incinerator at the inner temple. Pearls. You were following the instructions in this letter that night, were you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell.
I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing.
These instructions that were found in the incinerator. I believe they were in for you, Pearls.
For me? No.
As you can see, a large portion has been burnt. But the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Taking into account the author of the note and their purpose for writing it, whose spirit would Pearls have been trying to channel? Don't overthink it, Phoenix. Pretty obvious who Pearls was supposed to channel. Mia! No, I'm joking. Morgan! Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter. Just as I suspected. It was an Iris who Sister Bikini met at the inner temple that night. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you know anything about her, Pearls? Do you know what kind of woman Dahlia Hawthorne was?
No. I've never heard of anyone by that name before. Reading those instructions.
Thought so. Pearls doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister. About the instructions in the letter I found, Pearls. Who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you'd never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So here's my next question. Who wrote this set of instructions for you to follow?
Edgeworth.
Is Edgeworth even in here? Ah.
You wrote them for yourself.
You did, Pearl. You wrote them. Oh, wasn't that one?
Who did you choose?
Elise?
Why would Elise have to write them? She could have just told her. She was right there.
True. Mother?
She's in prison.
Prison.
If she wrote them, then she couldn't be able to tell her in person.
Iris?
Iris was there.
Wait, so who wrote this?
The mother.
Oh, the mother?
Yeah. She's in prison. She's someone who Pearl would have a lot of respect for.
Pearls. I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea that these instructions, what those meant, did you? But you followed them to the letter, regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you, that's why.
How did you?
I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Morgan Fay.
Wow.
Alright, Pearls, it's time you started telling me the truth.
Mr. Nick,
Why is she holding back from me? I don't like this.
don't underestimate me just because I'm a child.
Huh?
You're trying to say I followed these instructions. I'd like to see some proof.
What?
Because I don't think you have any.
She'd say anything rather than admit to carrying out those instructions. I guess I'll have to produce some more evidence then. One more thing should do it. Alright, Pearls. We both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. But you're right. There's no evidence that proves it was you.
I knew it.
However, I do know that whoever did it was a child.
Huh? How do you know that?
Couldn't have been an adult. No adult would have made a simple mistake like that.
A simple mistake? What do you mean like that?
I'm sure you thought you were carefully following the instructions you've been given. But you misunderstood some of the words, and this is the evidence that proves it. Gravely roast. Oh my god.
Gravely roast the master. Go roast gravy at the master.
It was you who splattered gravy on this hanging scroll, wasn't it?
Why would I do something like that?
Do you remember what was written in this letter? Bravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. But you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast among others, right?
Oh yeah, she asked about those.
How do you know about that?
Remember the conversation you had with Miss Duxnam on the night of the murder?
She showed me the note beforehand.
Oh yeah. Sure, Miss Duxnam taught you how to read gravely and roast. But what she didn't teach you is what they meant.
Gravely sound like gravy to me. The only roast I could think about was the food.
And that's why you did it. That's why I covered the picture of the master in gravy from that night's past roast.
Be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea.
Just a tiny bit.
I really am useless. I couldn't even burn the letter properly as my mother asked me. Such a simple thing. I couldn't even do it right.
Night of the crime.
After dinner that night, I did go to the inner temple. The pot bowl the leftover gravy.
The gravy?
I saw the picture on the hanging scroll near the sacred cavern. I was sure it was the Master Kuron, just like it said in the letter.
I see. And then?
Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. So I went to the inner temple guest area.
The guest area.
Yes, I thought I could wait there until training was over.
Why didn't you just go to the training hall?
Because Mystic Maya's main training had already started, and I couldn't interrupt it. I just stayed here, where I was, and prayed for her to get through it. But then,
Pearls, did you fall asleep?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I couldn't help it.
Hey, don't worry about it, Pearl. Who cares if you fell asleep? I fell asleep waiting in the hairs, too. It happens. Anyway, then you found yourself trapped in the inner temple.
Yes, when I woke up it was morning. I tried not to cry, but the bridge wasn't there anymore, and there was no one in the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I took the letter to the incinerator, and I heated up that leftover gravy and
let off some steam by chucking the gravy on the scroll while you cried. Must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like. Nick used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school, too. Don't equate something to so trivial with her experience, Larry. Lost powers.
it's written right in my mother's letter. It said as soon as you hear the lights out bell, channel her spirit. I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring.
So you channeled Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit.
No. I tried, but I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it?
I never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. I tried, and I tried, and I tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. I just couldn't do it.
Then don't let it get you down, Pearl. It'll all work out. If you want, I'll come flying through the sky for you. Whoosh! Just like that. So she never managed to channel the spirit. Is that why you think your spiritual powers are gone?
Yes, I don't know what to do.
Isn't there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit?
I suppose there's one other possibility. It's not very likely.
Could you please tell me what it is anyway?
It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit.
Someone else? What do you mean?
Well, there's only one of each spirit, right?
Yep, it's like dating a girl, Nick. You can't see a hot chick if she's already taken. Then that would mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearls could. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne.
I'm a failure. I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish.
Her final wish.
Yes, this letter. This is my last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully.
This letter. I definitely need to find out more about it. Morgan's letter.
My mother has gone to a place called a penitentiary.
Yeah, I know, Pearls.
I visit her every month. And last month she told me.
The time I've been waiting for has come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I had a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly as it says. It's for the good of the Fae clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Now listen carefully, and I'll tell you where the letter's hidden. In front of all these police officers.
My mother is always very nice to me. I love her very much.
Yeah, moms will do anything for their kids, right?
She said said it was for the good of the Fae Clan, so I knew I had to help her. I mean, Mystic Mina's part of the Fae Clan, so it had to be good for her, too. Wait, isn't that right, Mr. Nick?
I guess so, yeah.
There was a picture with her letter, too,
Picture?
of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time...
Pretty weird, huh? Like Larry knows anything about this stuff.
There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken, as if someone already opened it once before.
That sure is pretty strange. Someone had opened it already. Thanks, Pearls. You really helped me out.
You're very welcome. My mother's watching over us, so I'm sure Mystic Mina will be alright.
Look at that innocent smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her? Huh! Finally figured it out, have you, Trike? You finally realize how terrible of a crime being painfully oblivious is. Gadot. The entrance to the sacred cavern looks like a freaking puzzle workshop. Guess he's talking about Iris and the lock-breaking effort. But it's all a waste of time. Why do you say that? Because my FA isn't coming back. What? You don't know what you're talking about. How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect her, Trike. Just like it was your job to protect me, FA. Two sisters caught up in the worst circumstances. I realize that, but... And you were the only one who was by their sides. You were the only one who could have saved them. But I didn't know anything about what was going on. Ha! What did I just say, Trike?
I feel like Gadot's just being angry and just blaming you for everything. It's like, literally, wouldn't he be even slightly happy that you tried to cross a burning bridge?
Yeah. Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself. Tomorrow. We'll settle everything in court tomorrow. Once and for all.
Mr. Nick? Is what the man just said true?
You'll be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Maya's alive. You'll see for yourself tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick.
My dear Pearl, you've done so well, my child, my Pearl. It's better that you don't know what you've done. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more. Now finally, after all this time, the master's seat is yours. My last great wish. It seems I was just in time.
Happy music. We're at the trial.
Yep. Welcome to the trial.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Alright. Well, that's going to do it for this one. Well, thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment. Hope you have yourself a good day. Bye-bye.